Hello and welcome back to F1 2021 Driver Career Mode. My name's Chris. We're following Damian Power on his second season in Formula 1 now. We have done the first season. If you haven't checked that out, I recommend you do. We're having a not a bad season so far. We started off very, very strong, winning the first race. The last race, however, in Austria, we came 16th. We just did not have the pace. We didn't have any accidents. We didn't have any mechanical issues. We were just well off the pace, and I couldn't tell you why. So here we are then in Silverstone for our home race. We're going to be hoping for better things here as you join us in free practice. This is free practice 2, and we're going on a race simulation. Setting a purple in the first sector, of course, very early in the session. So not really a lot to write home about there, but it looks like we're going to be taking some new components, which I believe we did last time we were here in Silverstone, and that sent us to the back of the grid. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in qualifying. Hopefully not a 22 place grid penalty that we took last time then. Let's see how we go. Currently sitting in P20, having not set a hot lap yet, but we are looking good for this one. That's a provisional pole in Q1. And we stay there. A good 10th and a bit on Max Verstappen. And here we are then on the medium tyre in Q2, going P4, but setting a purple in the final sector. We have a lot of pace in that final sector. Currently 8th, that gets us through to the shootout for pole position as we come round to begin our hot lap in Q3 then. You can see on the right hand side we've got something worn, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Looking good so far though on this lap. Bit of a moment out of there, we would have lost a couple of tenths on that, but ever confident that we've got the pace. I'm going to be quiet now and let you enjoy this race as we go purple through sector 1. Lap, sorry, not race. There is our Q3 qualifying lap. By the looks of it, into pole position for now.
Fastest lap. Good job.
Can we hold on to that? Let's find out.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3. Bottas, Power and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying wrapped up, we now have our grid line-up for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
Not quite then. P2 though. Take that.
We return once again then to the home of British motorsport and the birthplace of the Formula 1 World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of the Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula 1 faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and Power completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Norris, Max Verstappen and Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, Giovinazzi and Pierre Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon, Sebastian Vettel and Stroll, Ricciardo, Russell, Jack Aitken and Mick Schumacher, Latifi and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, It's time to go down to the track.
Okay, I know it's your home Grand Prix, but treat it like any other race. Don't take unnecessary risks.
Quite the turnaround for us then, having finished in 16th and qualifying in 15th in Austria. We're P2 on the grid as we wait for the 5 red lights to go on. And we are underway for the British Grand Prix, our home race, of course. Bottas gets a fantastic start, as does Hamilton and Lando. And Lando looking for a little move, potentially, but he backed right out of it, as Hamilton is right on our gearbox at the start of this race. We've got a yellow flag just a little bit back. I wonder what's happened there. We'll try and have a look at that in a second. Let's have another look at the start, because that was a cracking start for Valtteri. And you see Lando straight away looking to come and have a go. And then he just backs out of it into turn 1. And we chase after Bottas. And you can see here, I'm not sure why there was a yellow flag there, to be honest. They do get very bunched up, but yeah, no real issues there. And we are here a little later on into the first lap. Hamilton is still right there, just a tenth behind us as we come into the final few corners. He has a little look up the inside. We close that door and we carry on our charge after Valtteri. Oof, a little late and a little deep into that corner as we come round to start the second lap. We are still in P2. Joining us then at the end of lap 3, still chasing down Valtteri Bottas. That gap now just 8 tenths. So we are in DRS range, and of course DRS gets switched on, or should get switched on, in lap 3. So we've got it as we come late into lap 4. Just 5 tenths the difference now as we make that 3. Having a little look up the inside, but it's a little early. Hamilton, of course, setting a fastest lap, so he is a big threat to us at the moment. If we can get ahead of his teammate, that will be fantastic. Another yellow flag just behind us, as you can see.
Green flag. Green flag. We're racing again.
Sure, what's happened there? Lance Stroll is out. And here's an onboard. Oh, as we have a little moment then. Here's an onboard with Hamilton as we go into lap 5. We had a little moment that gives him a chance to close that gap, forming quite the DRS train. A little squirrely at the moment. Track temperature obviously quite low. If you look at the sky, I mean, it looks like it's going to rain any time now. So we should have, though, after 5 laps, some heat in those tyres, as Hamilton is absolutely hounding us. Which is quite distracting when we're trying to chase down that first place. We're going to get DRS here, though. Decent exit out of the corner, under the bridge, and making some time up on Bottas. Going a little wide there though, that's not ideal. Still though, only 3 tenths. Oh, nice and close there. Closing that gap right up. This could put us in good stead to possibly make an overtake in this coming lap. As we come on to lap 6 then, purple in the final sector. Are we going to have a look round turn 1? I shouldn't imagine so. But we are right there on his gearbox. Up the inside. Into first place. Can we hold it though? As we go around the outside. Bottas gets the place back. But we are going to get a fantastic run here to chase him down along this straight. And we're going to go sailing past. Look at that. Up the inside. Hamilton also having a look there. And he tries to get the switch back. We're going to hold him just. There's nothing in this. As we look from Hamilton's point of view, we are side by side into Copse. Not ideal. We back right out of that, and Hamilton doesn't. Just keeps going, makes contact with us. But we're going to hold that second place. For now, at least. Lando in the fight. Verstappen in the fight as well. This is turning out to be quite the race so far. As we jump back on board with Damian. 3/10 as we're in the DRS zone. That should be enough for an overtake as we go up the inside. Bottas closes that door. We weren't quite close enough. Oh my goodness. Big slide for us. And that's probably going to let Hamilton come through. Not quite. We leave plenty of space. And hold on to that P2 for now then. Join us tail end of lap 8. And we seem to have a lot of pace in the final sector, which means we can close that gap. The trouble is, the Mercedes have a lot of pace in the early sector, so it sort of balances out. And you can see as well in the bottom right hand corner, whatever that issue is that we've got is getting worse. So we need to keep an eye on that as we go towards turn 1, right on Valtteri's gearbox. We have to back out there a little bit, otherwise we probably would have been crashing out. We've obviously got the pace to get past them, we've just got to do it cleanly. Try to get a good exit there, but Valtteri's a little slow, so we have to be careful. We get DRS up the back straight, look to the inside, swap to the outside, and around the outside we go. But Valtteri's not done yet as he comes back on us, and we're going to have another look. Here we go then. Strong exit there. Could we do this move into Cops? We're going for it down the inside. And we make contact with Bottas there as he loses a place not only to us, to his teammate. But that puts us into the lead of this race. We take those. Can we hold it though? That's the question. We've got Hamilton, who's been hounding us since the beginning of this race, now in second place. We were hoping to hopefully make a bit of a gap there, but Hamilton's going to go up the inside. Is he going to make it work? We break a little later, but yes, he does. He gets through on the inside. Let's have another look at that. Easy done. We didn't really have much of a defence there, did we? But what's happening here? Up the inside for us. Wowee. That was a ballsy move. But we got it done. And we gained back the lead of our home Grand Prix. Into lap 10 then. And we're in the lead. Can you believe it? Not a great turn 1 as Hamilton comes flying round there. Nearly takes us out. Has a little big look up. He got us. What the? Wasn't expecting that. Hamilton then up into the lead of the race. We're going over the curbs here. Bit of a moment on the way out of there. But look at Lando. He's got Bottas. He's up into third. Can he make that stick though? I don't know which one of those has got DRS. I guess they both have because they're all in a bit of a train here. So you can see absolute carnage behind us. You've got Leclerc as well in the battle. I can see a Red Bull there. It's mad. But 2 and 3 is McLaren right now. As Lando is getting super close to us. Still on that soft tyre, of course. Which means he's going to need to pit soon. We're going to look at that pace. Unbelievable. Not a lot we could do because Hamilton got out of DRS range for us. And he goes into the pit lane. What was the point of the overtake?
Lando is in the pits. Lando in the pits.
Just letting us know the obvious there. As we come through into lap 11, Hamilton is pulling out that gap ahead of us as we nearly, oh my goodness, big moment for us there, and we've just given away P2 at least. We've got signs right there behind us in P4. That is not what you want to see at this stage in the race, or at any stage in the race. As Sainz, of course, gets DRS, comes up the inside, job done. And now we're all the way back in P4, we're out of the podium positions after leading the race earlier on. That's not good. We're going to have to really, really get the hammer down and try and win those places back. Bottas and Hamilton are running away with this race if we don't do something soon. It might be that we have to maybe play the strategy game a little bit and see what we can do. I don't know if there's much strategy we can do around here though. As we get the DRS and go up the inside of Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. He goes for the switchback, but we
Okay, good work.
just about
Great
get that
pass.
move done. And he's off into the pit lane. Of course, still on the soft tyre, so they'll be donezo by now. Championship leader then, Perez in P4, getting a little closer to us. We have also
In this lap, push now.
we've gained a lot of time on Bottas. Oh my god, we nearly lose it again there. What's happening here? The balance as these tyres get older is just not there anymore. And we're pushing just a little bit too hard. But here's Bottas. It looks like we're going to box opposite Bottas. And we do. We come in. Bottas stays out. Hamilton looks to be coming in as well. And so does Perez. Interesting. Lap 15 for us then. We're going to jump onto the soft compound tyre. You see there Hamilton gets held up by Perez and myself coming in just behind him. And we're coming out behind Perez. Perez has managed to jump us in the pit lane. Not what you want to see. Valtteri Bottas then, the current leader of this race, with Max Verstappen 24 seconds behind. And of course a pit stop around here takes quite a while. I think there's about 25-ish seconds of pit loss here because it's a huge pit lane. So, and Hamilton, is he out? Oh dear.
Okay, clear.
Hamilton's out of the race. He was just parked up there on the right hand side, and that's his race over. Which obviously bumps us up a place. We are in 6th, Perez ahead in 5th, Carlos Sainz in 4th. Myself and Perez on the soft compounder tyre, Sainz on the medium, so we should be a lot quicker as Perez takes a look on the outside as we go into Maggotts and Beckett's. Thinks again about that one because it's probably not the best place to overtake. We're set in purple sectors, or at least one of them. Perez has got around Carlos Sainz. We need to do the same sharpish before Perez just gets off down the road. So we're going to have a little look here then. Up the inside. Beautifully done. We just outbrake him and off we go into P5 as we head into the 17th lap of 26 of this race. And Bottas is in the pit lane here. You can see him just about to come out. There he is. And he comes out ahead of us. Just about ahead of Perez, who might go around the outside here. Look at that. Beautiful move. And we go up the inside. Super late move that was. It looks like we got it done. And now we charge after Perez, but Bottas isn't having any of it. He's coming back up. He hasn't quite got the pace to get past us when we've both got DRS. Off we go then. On the charge after Sergio Perez. Bit wide there, that's not ideal as Bottas capitalises on that one. Puts himself up into 4th place, knocks us down into 5th. We need to be careful of these mistakes here today because they are costing us dearly. The outside? No, we can't be doing that. That was filth. Somehow we didn't get penalised for that. Sergio Perez though takes that opportunity of us battling to set a fastest lap, so we've got to get a move on. We're outside of his DRS now. We have, as you join us later on in lap 18, put in 2 purple sectors so far as we go super wide again. Is this going to be a fastest? It certainly is. 1:29.2 then.
That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Fastest lap of the race. Lovely. Getting us nice and close to Sergio. And then, hopefully, we can start to make up some of that time on Lando. As we go past Sergio Perez. Pretty easy move, that one. And our next target is our teammate. 2.5 seconds up the road though. On the medium tyre, so we should have a bit more pace, at least at this stage in the race. Whatever it is that's wrong with our engine is getting worse and worse and worse. You can see the icon's gone red now. Not ideal. Join us as we head into lap 21. We are making up that time on Lando. He is 0.7 seconds away from us now. We're closing that gap. With Verstappen in the lead, we could be challenging again for that race lead here. If we can have these tyres last, we might do this. This might be our opportunity then on Lando. Oh, we touch. Not ideal. We're going to get DRS here, as does Lando, so that gap is going to remain. But carrying a lot of speed around there. Around the outside potentially. We're having a look. Not quite. We're going to get a run on the way into Cops though. Up the inside. Oof, wheel to wheel there. And we just about get that move done. And now we got to chase after Max. The lead is possible here. And we close that gap. Look at this. We have a little look up the inside, but that was more of an evasive action than it was a move. Sergio has got himself around Lando. Not what we want to see. Bottas in P5, and of course Hamilton, who was charging at the front, out of this race. We've just got, what, just under 4 laps to go. We could be on for a win here as we come out into the DRS zone. Not the greatest exit, but Max didn't get the greatest exit either. And we go round the outside. And that is the lead, at least for now. Oh my goodness. And we just slide across there. Max takes the lead back. Perez takes second. Lando takes third. Bottas takes fourth. So we just lost ourselves the lead because we just put the power on just a tiny bit too early. As we took Max around the outside, we just put the power on just a touch too early. Slid across the grass there. It was a bit of a miracle that Max didn't get taken out there, honestly. But we managed to keep it together, no damage. But a bruised ego at least. As we lose out not only to Max, but to Sergio Perez, Lando Norris and Valtteri Bottas as well. All the way back down in 5th. We're battling Bottas though, and we lose it again. Unbelievable. This race was looking so strong for us as we get back on the track. But Carlos Sainz on our tail then. Now, from battling for the lead, we're now desperately trying to hold on to 5th position. Wowee. That could have gone better, couldn't it? As we come round to start lap 24. The front runners are 7 seconds ahead because of that mistake. Carlos, though, is eager for that 5th position, and we've gone wide, which might just invite him to make a move. He's going to get DRS here, and we did not get a good run. As he goes up the inside, we are just going to let that one go and fight it back here, I believe. Look at this. Oh, more contact. Leclerc's getting in amongst the mix as well as we go wheel to wheel with Carlos Sainz up towards Copse Corner. We're side by side. This is unbelievable racing. Is he going to back out of this one? It doesn't look like it as we both go side by side. Our engine is smoking and we're out. We lock wheels with Carlos and we're sent flying into the barrier. That is reminiscent of what happened last year with Lewis and Max, except really that was his corner, in fairness. I mean, he went in ahead of us and we just didn't back out of it. Look at this. So he's up there.
Good.
And
Good job. Nice overtake.
You can't really see it from that angle,
was a
but
heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
We basically caught our rear wheel in his front wheel. And that's it for us. We're out. That was, at one point, that was looking like a race win for us, and now it's 0 points. 2 0 points
here
in a
Silverstone.
row.
It was a memorable race, and what an impressive victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Good to see Lando on the podium. Third place, sorry. Max Verstappen not on the podium. Sergio Perez in 2nd, and Bottas taking that win for Mercedes. Good for them, I suppose, after Hamilton was out the race with a DNF. Not great for us, though, after that crash with Carlos Sainz, who actually finished in 5th in the end. Not good for our championship either. We are down in 4th now, having been in 2nd. And of course in the constructors we're in 3rd now, so not ideal for us. We've had a couple of tough races, but we're going to be hoping for that to turn around as we head to Spa next, and then after that we're off to Monza. So we've got a couple of tracks that I would say are stronger for me at least. So yeah, we'll see what happens. If you enjoyed this video, join us for the next one. Of course, give us a like, drop us a little comment. And if you're new here, give us a subscribe as well. And I'll see you for the next one in Spa. See you later. Bye.